Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. I just took a shower, just got done. Um, anyway, have a couple things. Um, so, for 2 years, I've been keeping an eye on a certain palette that I wanted, but I didn't get. I wanted, but I didn't get. And then um, there's been a couple of them. And then one of the ones that I was keeping an eye on was gone. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? I don't want to have FOMO, which is a stupid thing to have about colored powder. But Oden's Eye is one of my favorite um, companies, one of my favorite brands. And they had this Stone and Rock. Just the cover of it is so pretty. But, and you're going to say it because I said it to myself too. I have all those colors. I have all of those colors, but I don't have all of those colors from this brand and the shimmers. So I talked myself into it. Black Friday was a thing, and so I got that. But I also got, so this is just um, a single shadow palette, and I had several different palettes holding all of these. So I just bought myself one to put all of these are Oden's. These quilted looking ones are all of Oden's um, single shadows that I have, and then I just have some other ones that I wanted to have them all together. So that's what they're doing in here. Um, this from Ulta is finally gone, which I love it, and I will repurchase it after I go through all my other ones. This one I got in a beauty box, ice cream beauty box. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I have to remember this is very liquidy and I don't need as much as I think I do because I end up putting it on. Sorry. Um, I end up putting it on and I have way too much. So um, today I'm going to try and not put as much on as I normally do. But in doing so, I think I didn't put on enough. So I'm just going to get a little bit more. If you hear snoring, it's the pets. Yeah. See, even just that little bit more might be a little bit. It was a little dry before. So maybe it's just I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't know yet. I've only used it a couple of times. So I'm not sure. I just keep a towel to wipe my fingers off. So my last video that I did, I cannot remember if I signed off right or not. Like I have a saying that I like to do. And I was in such a hurry I don't think I signed off correctly. And I'll do better. I'll do better. But it had been a while since I had recorded and sometimes I forget things. So anyway, this is the Stone and Rock. And yes, I'm wearing a red shirt. And yes, these are greens, but the pants have red, green, gray, pink. They're, sorry, hair in the mouth. I have they have all kinds of colors in them. So I can wear these. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do now with this, because these are the colors I want to use today. I just need to figure out what it is that I want to do. Hold, please. I'll be right back. Okay. So, as much as I want to use the greens, because obviously this is a very green heavy palette, I actually really want to use this color right here. And I know it looks like a sparkly black, and it really is, but it has like pink and red and silver, and it's pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. This is actually a ColourPop E15. And I'm going to go into the white one. Am I? No. Putting that down. I'm going to go into the dark color first. This is Lunar Beauty LBE2. So it's kind of a fluffy brush, but not really. And I'm going to go into this dark color. And I can't even tell you what the name of the shadow is. It's in a weird font. So, yesterday, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law came over. I think this is just a black. It kind of looked a little bit like a deep forest green, but I think this is just black, which is fine. Anyway, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law came over because they're busy every single weekend, just like we're busy every single weekend, and we exchanged gifts. The funny part about all of that is now I'm going into this deep brown, and it is called, don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what the color is called. Anyway, they came over. We exchanged gifts. Oh my goodness, they got me the best candle. It says, light this candle whenever my brother gets on your last nerve. Which is hilarious because, and then it says at the very bottom, this candle won't last long. How true, how true. Sorry. I love my husband, but sometimes. Okay, so I'm cleaning that off. I know you can't really see, like it all looks brown or black. So now I'm going into this light brown shade. I'm kind of flipping it over. I've used both those colors on the same side, and I'm just going to flip this over and use it on this side. And I'm just going to bring it in. I'm going to use that fluffy brush, don't worry. I know I took it out and then just kind of left it, but I do have a plan. But anyway, so they came over, they brought that gift, and it was hilarious. But they also brought over a Choctaw Monopoly game, which my husband is Choctaw. He's Native American, which he loves his heritage. So that was fun. That was not that he plays games, because we don't play games a whole lot, but that was hilarious. Or great, but they brought that over. Just trying to make sure I'm getting it as even as possible. Alrighty, so now I'm going into the fluffy brush. Pardon me. And I'm going to go into this white. And again, I don't know what the names. I think these are Swedish names because this is a Swedish brand. So, and this is just plain white. And I'm just putting it on the inner part. Uh-oh. I say uh-oh because I think I hear my husband getting up. And he'll knock on the door. Anyway, so that'll be fun to play that game. Trying to hear him. I think he's going to be knocking any minute now, but I don't know for sure. All right, hold. Alrighty, so I'm just going to blend this out. Over here, if you see, it looks sort of patchy. It's my eyes, the upper lid turns in, and when it gets wet, and I can't help it because my eyes tear, it makes it look funky. And there's nothing I can do about it. I've tried and tried and tried, but there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. So, alrighty. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of that white and I'm going to blend here. I don't even know if this is going to work out, but generally. So now I'm going to take my Gourmand Girls glitter primer. I think that's all it's called. I don't know the exact name for it, but I do know that I got it from Gourmand Girls. And it's just like a clear gel. But whatever magic they put in it works well. I don't even think you're going to see that part when I cover it all up with glitter anyway. Which is my plan. Okay, where'd it go? My towel. Alrighty, so I'm going to swatch it. It just looks black, but it does have other colors in it. But it just looks black. It's so pretty. It is such a pretty color. There we go. I want them even as far as their depth is. There we go. Which this is not a typical look for me, but Now I'm going to go into this one right here. It's kind of a icy blue. That color. Which I know you can see like a true line between the two, but I'm going to use something else in between those, not from this palette. But sorry, I'm not talking because I'm concentrating. I just want to make sure that I get the same look on both sides. Everybody always asks me, how long does it take you to do your makeup? Well, I don't edit my videos. I just let them go so that you can see. I pause during some of it so that you don't see all the, I don't know, me gathering different things. This time you're just going to kind of be there because I'm not sure which one I want to use. Again, if you hear noises, it's the dogs. They are beneath me and they're just going kind of hog wild. I don't think there's any of these. No, none of those that I want to use. So in my last video, I showed you this one that had all the little multi-chrome and holochromes. And I have decided, I forget which color this is. Song. Song is my favorite. It just has the best colors. So I'm just going to put that. Like bridging the gap between those two colors. So that you can't see that line anymore. Well, I mean, you might be able to see it because you've been seeing it, but in person, when you're looking at it, you won't be able to see it. They'll blend together just perfectly. And it gives it a little bit of a red tint. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Alrighty. So now I'm going to get my tissue. And again, I don't know if you can see, but right here is, I mean, I'm so close to being done with this one, which, yes, I bought a backup because I like this. Whoop. I like this primer. Have I had others that I like? Yeah, but this one seems to work and it doesn't break the bank. I mean, I think it was only, I want to say $6 or $7 on the ColourPop website because it was a Black Friday sale. I still have, because my face is red, I still have a green color correcting, but I don't necessarily need it all the time, so I save it for the special occasions. I think I'm just going to throw this part away because this one looks just as pretty, and most of them I don't have the outside cover to. And oh, okay. The names are on the back here in a little bit bigger and a little bit better font. So the first color that I used was Passage. And then the second color, the second color that I used was Splendid. And then, second color I used was Elevated. And Jubilance was the brownish yellow color. This one right here that I used. Splendid was the black with the sparkle that I used. Fenor. See that, or some of them are Swedish names because that first name I couldn't tell you what it is. Anyway, but new palette, really like it. Well, out of the colors that I used, I'm going to use my Tier foundation now that the primer is kind of soaked in. And this works just fine, but I love using my brush. So I just tap it in. And put it all over. I know I have not been posting a lot because as much as I want to, I don't know what it is that I want to talk about when I'm posting. And I don't want to just sit here and not talk, but I just don't know what it is to talk about really, other than the makeup. And I don't know if you guys get tired of me just using the same old things, because I'm not doing a whole lot of purchasing. I have purchased 1, 2, 3 different things. 4. I have one still coming. But it's not a whole lot of makeup. So I just don't know what it is that I can, other than showing you how I do my makeup. Because a lot of people ask, like when I'm out and about, how do you do it? And I say, well, I have a YouTube channel and I do my makeup on my YouTube channel, but that's basically all I do. I do have an idea. This is me kind of running it by you. So I have 115 palettes, which is extreme. I know. I was thinking I could like pull all the ones that have reds in them and show you all of those, all the oranges, all the berries, all the yellows, like in different videos. So I might be doing that soon. In my quest of everything, I have these two. It's a bronzer and a highlighter. This was in a big palette, but I got rid of the whole palette because it was just, it had eyeshadows, the bronzer, and I don't even know if that's a bronzer or a blush. It's kind of shimmery, so I'm not sure if I want to use that. Anyway, it was in a huge palette that I had, and I was tired of the palette, so I just tore it apart, but I kept all the elements that were in it, but I didn't keep the names, and they're not written on the back. This was forever ago, and I actually had to add the little magnet for it. So there's that. My Sonia G brush and my Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I mean, I could have used that other one, but I'm not into sparkly bronzer really. So, I mean, I might use a little on my nose because that sounds fun. I'll add a little to my cheeks, just what's ever left over. Ooh, that looks really red on my nose. It doesn't look that way in the camera, or in the mirror, but it looks really bad there. Let's do something about that. I didn't realize it was going to be so bad because I just lightly touched it. There we go. Whew. It still looks very intense in the mirror, or in the camera, but it's not as intense here. I'm going to use my High School Musical Playoffs because it is a red blush. And I just want to emphasize those cheeks up here. I was watching a video of placement of the blushes and they were putting it like way down here, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. It's not the way I do my makeup. I can't just put my blush like way here. I put it up by my temples. That's just how I've always done it. So I think it would look weird if I started doing my makeup the way it's trending right now, because I'm not that person. But I think how I do my makeup, I look pretty. That's my whole, obviously, that's everybody's goal, is to look pretty when they put their makeup on. Oh, so I am going to use this highlighter though. I'm going to try and use this. This is a Wayne Goss. I got this in my lucky bag last year. Can you see that? Again, this is not how I do my highlighter typically, because it's not the way I generally do it, not the way I'm used to doing it. Not the way I typically do it. I'm not sure if I like it. And watch, when I walk out of this room and I'm not in these lights, it'll be crazy looking, because I've done that before too. I'm not a huge fan of these brushes, and maybe I'm just not using it right, but it's not my typical go-to. Okay, so this brush is a Lunar Beauty LBE6. And it's just a pencil brush, but I'm going to use it on my inner corner with this highlighter. Maybe. Like, I'm not sure. There it is. I was like, maybe the highlighter is no good anymore. No, it's there. It's just, I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these because it's not looking the way I want it to. Let's put it that way. So I'm going to go back into this palette. Am I? Yes. I'm going to take the white, same brush. And I'm going to lighten it up right in there. Because, whew, got a little out of control there. But then I'm going to go into this palette. And I'm going to use this color, which I'll tell you in a minute what it is. I'm just going to put that over that white. It has kind of a pinky yellowish tinge to it. Ooh. I'll use my tool that I got. Oh, I got up 2 of them. But this one is called, this one is from Oden's Eye. I'll show you. And this one is called, if I could read it, I don't know what that, it's backwards for you, but it's very, like, I can't read it. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm sorry. Because it's just the way the light hits it. Just can't do it. Alrighty. So now I'm going to take, yeah, is this one. Oh, this is a ADA Studios. It's just a liner pen or liner brush. It doesn't have a number on it or anything. I'm just going to take this and line my lower lash line. I'm not going to blend it out really. It's not going to stay anyway. Because shadows down there for me do not stay. They just don't. My tears will mix with this and make it like a liner for a minute. I know that looks really harsh for me because that's not how I typically do my lower lash line. See, it's not going to stay. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my setting spray. I know, I use a lot. And I was trying to decide, I'm going to move this a little closer so you can, sorry, which pencil should I use? So this one is, goodness gracious, I can't even tell you. But it's kind of a pinkish, more pink, I think, than red. So I don't think that's the one I want to use. But this one is a metallic red. And again, they have, couldn't tell you. But I think that's the one I'm going to use to line. Again, it's not going to stay. And I just want it on the outside really, because red closest to your eye, at least on me, doesn't look the best. But I just want it to have a little bit, because I am wearing a red shirt, I want it to have a little bit of a red tinge to it. And I'm kind of going below the waterline, mixing with that black powder, that black eyeshadow that I used. I'm kind of mixing the two together. Where did my brush go? There it is. And then I'll just go back over it with the brush a little bit to make sure it's kind of even. Take my sponge. So, in all of this craziness, let me know what you want to see. I mean, I like doing videos. It's just I don't know what to talk about. I just don't know what to talk about. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. I know I've had this for a long time, and it's probably time I stop using it, but it still works. So I know you're supposed to use your mascara for, what is it, 3 months? I've had this longer than 3 months. I know I have. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. But I get my money's worth. And if it still works, I'm going to use it. If it were dried out, I would not use it anymore. But I still get nice product on it. Do you guys use your mascara? Like, I don't know. I do my makeup every day I go to work. Sometimes I do it on the weekends, especially if I'm going out. And when I mean out, if I'm going to do a gig with my husband, because he's a magician and a balloon artist and I'm a face painter, I do my makeup for it. So, got a little mascara down here. And I'm just going to use, this is my Glam Light Nightmare on Elm Street red gloss. I think, I mean, I could have lined my lips, but I just like a light wash of color. Can't decide if it has a little bit of a tingle to it, so that's the look that you're seeing. Is it? Could be. I'm not sure. But this is from the new Stone and Rock. Where is... There it is, right in front of me. My little trick to get that mascara off. You wait till it's mostly dry, and then you just use your spoolie and take it off. I don't know where I found that. It was someone that I watch on YouTube that does their makeup, and they said that, and I tried it, and it works. So this is what I'm rocking with today. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. Have a great day.